How's it going, everybody? So I just turned 37 today, and I thought I'd make this video about the 20 harsh lessons I learned at 37 that I wish I know at the age of 20, so I just don't waste my time and money figuring things out on my own. So here we go. Lesson number one, you got to find your purpose. So you got to leave a legacy behind. Now that I think about it, all of a sudden I'm 37. What is my contribution to the world? And I've been doing so many things in my life. I've been doing content marketing. I was a content creator. I did a personal finance YouTube channel. I was a TikTok parenting influencer. I did so many things, but what I realized is you need to leave something digital behind that can be there forever. And the platform of my choice is YouTube. I feel like YouTube is the place to be because YouTube allows for long form content like this with minimal editing. I don't have to do any fancy stunt or whatever. It's just people want to connect with me. They feel like they want to have a connection with somebody. So you form like a one-sided relationship with many people. They've been following you for a while. I have no idea they exist. But hopefully you attract the right people and those people can be your potential clients, and that's how you make money. All right. So seriously, find your purpose. Mine is YouTube. The second point is the only way you make money is if you provide value for other people. It's very different than if you work a 9 to 5 where you show up to some shitty job and you just do the bare minimum. But as an entrepreneur, you need to improve somebody's life. Either you make their business more money, or they make them save more time, or you improve their relationship, or improve their health somehow, then it justifies for people to pay you money to help solve those problems. So if you don't want to do any of that, then just get a job. And what I figured out harshly, I've been working with so many companies that a lot of traditional jobs, they actually don't really make that much money. They hire so many people, but they're all actively not making the company money. They're just a giant waste of money. Just the way things are run, it's so dumb. So point number 2 is you need to figure out a way how you provide value to the world. For me, I create content for myself. I figured that's the skill that I want to help other people so they can get more clients with their YouTube channel. All right. So point number 3, what I notice about people who are successful nowadays with the internet, there's people like 17-year-old making like 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K. They didn't even finish school. So what I realized that a lot of the people I hang out with in my coaching program, like the ones that were successful, they seem to have most of the aspect of their life kind of figured out. So that means their business is good, their relationship's good, their health is also good. So the reason for that, I think, is because they have a good habit. So all successful entrepreneurs have a good habit. Today, at this time, I do this exactly for this time slot. And then the next time slot, I'm going to do exactly this and that. And this covers everything that they should do to be a good human being: business, health, and relationship. So you just need to know how to manage time. Point number 4, there's a lot of people selling courses, coaching programs, and stuff like that. And then when they advertise to you, it makes it sound like it's so easy, like anybody can do that. Now, they may not be lying, but it's not easy. Nothing worth having is easy. So when you see people getting clients, getting a lot of businesses, they actually put in an insane amount of work. And sometimes you know you got to do something to get those clients, but for some reason you talk yourself out of it. You're finding excuses. You're not actually doing anything. And then you wonder why you're not getting clients. So point number 4, things are usually not that easy. In fact, most things are actually very, very hard, but you have to convince yourself it's easy. It's weird. It's a mind thing. Number 5, eventually, you got to pick your life partner, and you got to pick your life partner very carefully. I did a lot of mistakes in my youth. I married my wife now. I think I made the right decision. I think she's very smart and she helps me in my journey. And you need somebody like that, They understand your goals, they're supportive and whatnot. So I think it's really tough for the younger generation now, I feel, with Tinder. It's just spoiling the market and everybody's just degenerates pretty much. So yeah, I got younger friends who are struggling to find good mates. And yeah, the only thing I can advise is you have to go old school, man. You got to join like something you like a hiking club or something, and hopefully you find somebody there, find some club that you genuinely like. So you two have a common interest. So that's point number 5. Point number 6, I started a business when I had kids. 100% not recommended, but it's not impossible. But if you want to start a business, try to start when you're single. Like some of the people in my coaching program, they're like 17, they're still in school, still living with their parents, no commitment, and they start their business. Now they hit the ground running. That's amazing. So just start as soon as you can. If you have kids like me, it's not the end of the world, but it is going to be a million times harder. And you just have to deal with it. All right. So next point number 7, moving into 2025, I think everybody needs to have a personal brand to some capacity. Doesn't matter if you're an employee, doesn't matter, especially if you're a business owner, you're selling something, you got to put your face on there. I'm the founder of this. This is what I'm selling. These are my past results. Work with me. You just need a landing page. You need a YouTube channel. You need an online presence. When people Google you up, what's going to show up? You can control that by creating content. Point number 8, working 9 to 5 versus starting a business. Everybody wants the freedom of a business, but I can tell you this right now, not everybody's cut out for a business. Sometimes when I look at my friends or family members with corporate jobs, they pay so well, they get good bonuses, and I do feel kind of jealous, if I'm honest. Like, I don't think their jobs are that hard. I feel like my life as an entrepreneur is like a million times harder, and I make way less money now, but I have a higher ceiling. Ideally, what I would have done, I could have just got like a corporate job and I would start my agency on the side, like just burn the midnight oil. I have no option. And then once the agency business makes more, maybe double of my salary, including all the bonuses, then I can quit my job. There's no better time to start a business. So, I run a YouTube agency business. I don't have any staff, but I have contractors to help me fulfill. But right now, I don't need an office. This is my home office. I don't need any rental, any crazy equipment or whatever. My running cost is only $120 a month. I mean, it's crazy. That's for my software. That's my landing page. Yeah, basically software. So it's really what better time to start a business? Back in the day, you need a business loan. You need to rent some place. You got to hire staff. You got all these business licenses. It's crazy. If you want to start a business online, you got to do it now. There's no better time. Point number 10 is your attitude in life. As a business owner, you're constantly facing bullshit. There's always something going wrong, right? You have to deal with it constantly. Like, it's never ending. Well, if you work for somebody, you're probably dealing with problems from in their business too. But yeah, I would rather solve my own problem than somebody else's problem. But generally, you need to refuse to think that something is hard. If you feel that this is hard, this is impossible, then it will be impossible. But if you feel like, this is challenging, but I can do it, then you'll do it. It's a simple mind thing, but it's very hard to do. It's very easy to say about it, but it's very hard to do. So mindset is pretty important. Number 11, time management. So when I joined a coaching program, I wasn't able to handle myself, clients and stuff like that. So the biggest takeaway that I had was to do time management. So you got to track your time, like what do you do every day? And you identify key things that you should be focusing on in your business. In my case, it's client fulfillment, getting new clients. So getting new clients, there's two major things. Getting new clients by outbound, you got to cold DM people, and then getting clients by doing some sort of content like YouTube videos and stuff like that. So all of these require a massive amount of time. So you need to identify these are the chunk of time in every month, that every day that you should be allocating some time to. So you got to create a CEO dashboard. You got to track everything every day. What do you do? How many hours? How many cold DMs did you reach out to? How many YouTube videos did you record today? And then you review every week. Like, where did I go wrong? Can I cut down something? You need to be able to switch your mind off and on, which is very hard to do because sometimes when I'm worrying about my business, where am I going to get money to pay my bills and shit like that? And I have to put my kids to sleep. So every night there's a bedtime routine. I have to read a storybook to my son. And then I was reading the book to him. We were lying down. And then I was reading one book and then I was flipping the next page and I just zoned out, just thinking about where am I going to get the money? And then my son was like, "Hey, Daddy." So yeah, I noticed I started doing that kind of stuff. So try not to. Your working hours, focus 100% on that. When it's family time, it's family time. Just focus on that. When it's gym time, it's gym time. When it's social time, it's social time. You need to be able to completely switch off and completely focus on that particular time. Because there's no point of you working and then worrying about your family and then spending time with your family and then worrying about working. It's a mindset thing. So next, point number 13, cash is king. You need to have cash. Stop buying bullshit. Cash can solve 98% of your worldly problems. Seriously, you just need cash in the bank. So take care of your cash flow. Don't buy stupid shit like a nice car. That can wait, So point number 14, the most important thing in life is health, family, money, and try to get rid, right? You have all four, you're good. So for me now, money, not so much. I got a great family. My health is okay, but I'm not ripped. So there's some stuff I need to work on, but for the most part, I'm very grateful. But that's what's important in order. Point number 15, making new friends in 30 is bloody hard, man. Don't be this digital nomad. You're going to travel to some weird country and then you got to make friends. And it's just, I don't know, I'm too old for that stuff. Even now, I'm stay here. My high school friends are the closest people I know, but they're all busy. They all have family. They all have commitment. They all have stressful jobs. They all have limited time to even spend time with their own spouse and family. So let alone time to hang out with you. So making friends in your 30s is really, really hard. So make as many friends as possible in your 20s. Don't skip on that. Now, point number 16, I made a lot of bad investment decisions. So I bought properties that I thought was a good deal, but it wasn't. Now I can't sell it and it's just a giant pain in the ass. I bought some investment, turns out to be a scam. So general rule, if something is too good to be true, it probably is. So if something promises a return more than 5% a year, that's probably a scam. Something 4 or 5% is logical. You can trust that, probably do a bit of research. But anything like 10% a year, that's just a little skeptical, Point number 17, education, business, and jobs are changing. People, back in the day, you want to learn from somebody older than you, but nowadays you want to learn from somebody who has done the thing. And if the person who's done the thing is 17 years old and I'm 37, I'm going to pay that person money so they can teach me. And because of that, businesses, jobs are also going to be different. There's going to be AI. I pay Gemini Advance, $20 a month or something. and that eliminates the need for having a copywriter, a full-time copywriter. So that is just crazy. So you need to adapt to the changes. One of the ways you can do that is to have a personal brand, build something online, have a landing page, have a YouTube channel. So whatever happens in the future, you place your job, people still want to work with you, want to get some form of your skill. Number 18, life changes rapidly. You need to adapt consistently. That goes back to point number 17. I think predominantly it's AI. Businesses are realizing that, hey, we don't need to hire full-time staff. We can just use this AI software. Businesses are also realizing, why should we hire people from the US with the US salary and then the taxes and then all the benefits and the bonuses and all that, where I can just hire somebody very similar in skill set for like 1/10 of the price in the Philippines or somewhere in Asia. So a lot of businesses are moving towards that. So what are you doing to mitigate that risk from you, right? So point number 19, get used to the idea that you'll always need to be selling something for the rest of your life, all right? If you're looking for a job, you're selling yourself. If you have a business, obviously you're selling the comfort. So whatever it is, you have to be good at sales and marketing and have an online presence. You need a landing page again and a YouTube channel explaining who you are, what you do, what you've done. And the last point number 20, having kids make me less of an asshole, I guess, makes me less selfish, because now life is not about me. It's about my kids, it's about my family. And I know you hear a lot about this, but unless you have your own kids, you probably wouldn't understand fully what I'm talking about. So there you go. Those are the 20 things I wish somebody would just tell me in my 20s so I don't waste my time. I'm Helmi, founder of Helmi Hassan YouTube Funnel Agency. So if you want to learn how to make videos to tell your story like this one, book a call with me, link down in the description. If you want to know how to start and launch your YouTube channel as a business, watch this playlist right here. Again, my name is Helmi. See ya.